being a woman in this field has both its advantages and its challenges. I know that there have been so many achievements in terms of gender parity and making sure that we're aware not only for the refugees and beneficiaries but also for the staff. But I think that we still have quite a far way to go. Well, I know that there was recently a survey taken of a majority of staff that had done emergency missions recently. And the survey results showed that a third of UNHCR's female staff had either felt unsafe or had actually had either sexual advances or some form of insecurity or incident that had happened to them. And I think that there is this preconception that when we're in the field, we just have to plow through whatever is there and deal with it, which is very valid. But at the same time, I do feel that particularly as humanitarian conflicts become even more political, less reliable, that humanitarian worker safety are even more in jeopardy, that we have to take special measures to make sure that female staff are protected, that they're not on their own, that there are locks not only for female refugees in the latrines and washrooms and sufficient lighting, but also for our own staff premises and guest houses. I think that there are so many opportunities, and I think that there's such a potential for personal growth as well as professional growth working in the humanitarian field, and particularly with refugees. I know that it's really shaped who I am, not only as a professional and as a woman, but also as a mother, as a colleague. But at the same time, I think that anyone starting with UNHCR now, particularly a woman starting, should really make sure that they are taking care of themselves, because we tend to abuse ourselves in terms of putting ourselves under too much stress, overworking, not really balancing well-being with the well-being of others. I think in this competitive and often dangerous context that it is critically important for women, and particularly for staff that are starting out, not to burn out, and to make sure that they're doing whatever they can to protect themselves and to do something that makes them happy outside of work. You know, whenever they can, take that time off and fully charge their batteries. I think particularly having that female perspective and remembering families and children and some of the particular stories that I carry with me, it's had a huge impact, and it's been able to inform my work and keep me really focused on where it is that my attentions are going to, which is to those refugees that are far from me geographically, but not necessarily in terms of how I think of them and how they still impact the way that I'm living my life and working every day.